Hey everybody, welcome back to Softwash Evolution. This is vinyl siding. In this video, I'm going to show you how to wash it, how to prevent callbacks that'll hurt your business. So this, like I said, vinyl siding. You're going to run into it a lot if you're house washing. This is how vinyl siding is applied. It has a lap to it. In this case, this one is going over this side. So this is how it comes apart. I'm going to show you. If you get water inside there, what will happen is the water will drain out of these holes. I'm going to tip the camera up so you can see. It's going to be very hard to do the way it is. If you look right there where my finger is, that's called a weep hole. If you get underneath vinyl siding and look up, you will see hundreds of those holes. They're weep holes. They're designed to get moisture out of this vinyl siding. There is a water barrier behind this. Tyvek is a brand. That's normally what you'll see when houses are being built. You can see it. Newer stuff, they're using the OSB board that has waterproofing in it, and they waterproof the joints, but it's the same thing. It's waterproof. It is not soft wash, pressure wash proof. You do not want to get water behind that vinyl siding because it will drain out of that weep hole. The backside of that vinyl siding is covered in dirt. It will drain out of that hole and drain and leave a huge dirt mark hours after you left, and you'll get calls back. So I'm going to show you how to apply and how to rinse vinyl siding without getting those drain marks. Also, protects the house. You definitely don't want to test that waterproof barrier and get water on it. The problem will not show itself for months or even years, and you'll get calls for that. I'm also going to go over soffits way up there and the trim and fascia and how to wash those. This house is already done. The video I'm going to show you, I do this backside right back here. And in this case, this house is not that dirty. I'm just using my remote downstream injector, about 1% with the soap mixed in. It's a dreary day, if you can see up there. It's been cloudy and rainy for probably 4 or 5 days. It rained this morning. I'm soaking wet. So if it were full sun, south facing, really hot day, you'd want to keep the windows wet even more than I'm going to do in this video. And also some guys like to wet the siding if it's full sun also, just to keep it from, getting out more oxidation marks and things like that. But in this case, it's a cloudy, dreary day. I don't really have to get it wet first. I'm going to soap and rinse bottom up, work with the lap, rinse it the opposite way. Stay tuned. All right, so the back of this house you see right here, just finishing this place up. But this siding, this vinyl siding goes from right to left. So we're going to push this one, starting in that far corner over there, and it's going to push that way. So we never want to push the water the opposite way because the water will get under the siding and drain out the weep holes. Back of this house isn't that bad. Just a downstreamer on. I'm going to start with my wide fan tip and just apply this soap chemical mix from the bottom up. Once it dwells for a second, I will rinse it from the top down, but I'm always going to be pushing from the right to the left. You'll see the foam come out here within a few seconds because it's just 200 feet of line, has regular water in it. I'll use that to get the windows wet first. Normally on a real hot sunny day you'd have to do that. This day it's not too bad, but I'm just going to show you how it would work anyway. Again, get the windows wet. Within a few seconds you'll see that soap mix come out. And there it is. So we'll start applying over this fence here. Again, from the bottom up. Why I like to use this surfactant. If you've seen my other video on house wash surfactant, you can see right where you're spraying. When I start rinsing, you'll see, helps me know where I need to rinse. The window's good, the trim in the J channel around the windows. Spider webs and things love to hang out in there. Once I get up here to the soffit, you'll see, I'm going to put the narrow shooter on. You never want to shove water directly at that soffit, which are those pieces underneath the fascia there. That's how your roof, your attic vents. There's a ridge vent on top of this roof, and the soffits are open. The air goes through there, goes out the ridge vent, does the opposite in the cold months. But you just want the foam to barely touch. You don't want to shove it inside of there. So I'll stand back here, I just kind of frame it, almost like when you're painting. Go around the outsides with a brush and then you fill in with a roller. Similar to what we're going to do here. Just going to mist that fascia and soffit. And once we've got it all, we come over right to left. Start pushing it over the other way. You want to just barely mist the bottom side of each piece of siding. The organic growth loves to hang out there. And just keep pushing. Making sure you hit every little spot. All the way to the top. Touch that fascia one more time, make sure we didn't miss any spots. Surfactant's good and thick, so it helps it stick, which is great. Like I said, the growth on this house is not that bad, so I'm just downstreaming. It's about 1%. I'm going to turn my chemical injector off. The battery in my remote's pretty weak, so it hasn't been working that great the past few days, but it worked from there. Got to change that out. While that's dwelling, I can already see the organic growth has turned. It's not black anymore, it's kind of like a pale yellow. It's hard to see on the trim because the trim is that color also. So now within a few seconds, the chemical will turn off and we'll have pure water. And we'll rinse from the top down, from right to left, just like we applied. And now this chemical's off, we're to water, top down. We'll do the fascia first. Again, I'm not going to hammer water inside that soffit. Just rinse it off. And I kind of work the top triangle piece as one. If it were very sunny out or this were the southern facing side, I would be constantly keeping these windows wet. But overcast, dreary day, it's been raining on and off. Sun's not beating on the glass. Not that big of an issue. Let that run for a minute. I'm going to switch to a fan tip. I'm going to go around this window, make sure I got all those studs off the top of that J channel, just the trim around that window. Go back to the right. It's behind that gutter really well. We'll do this piece to the right of the window. Get it good and rinsed. Push everything out of there. Go back and do it some more. Whenever you see bubbles, you know you got to keep rinsing it. That's why the surfactant foam actually helps you. You'd think it'd make it worse. It's a good indicator that you need to keep going if you're still seeing bubbles. That's how you rinse vinyl siding. Remember, always check the direction of the lap. Older places or places that have been remodeled or worked on, a lot of times the lap will be going both ways because whoever did it didn't set the vinyl siding on correctly. It's not a huge deal, just pay attention to which way you're pushing the water. That's how you rinse vinyl.